Hello everyone, and welcome back to another stream. Okay. Outro Tears, welcome to the stream. What is up? That's a very excellent question. Okay. So, we had some technical difficulties with the Decades Challenge the last time we tried to play. Unfortunately, the save file was slightly corrupted due to the update for The Sims. As I've come to discover, a lot of people's save files were also having issues. So it wasn't just mine, which is really, really good to know. Because I was like, what did I do wrong? What am I doing wrong? It wasn't just me. So that makes me feel a little bit better. With that being said, we unfortunately, we didn't lose the file. Let me just put it that way. We kind of, I'm not going to say have to restart the file either, because we don't. Nobody currently has close on, because unfortunately I had to remove all of my custom content mods, etc., out of my mods folder, load the game, save the game, and then add it all back in. So all of them are naked. So today we're going to be giving them outfits again. And then, unfortunately, there was an error code after, I had removed all the mods and stuff. So I deleted the main households a lot. And that seemed to fix it, as well as they had to delete the kids that were there. So, unfortunately, Bartholomew, Sarah, and Gilbert are all brand new children. Unfortunately, Sarah does still have to die. But they're all brand new children. Bring Mabel back. Honestly, we potentially could. We could just say that, there was some witchcraft that happened and Mabel came back. I'm not opposed to that. Because I miss Mabel. I really do. Yeah. You just accuse everything of what being witchcraft at this, time. But yeah, so today we're going to recreate the lot. Maybe make it new, make it exciting, and then give everybody that we currently play with new outfits. Very fun, very exciting. I also have to pull up, I completely forgot. I don't necessarily need my spreadsheet, but I need the extra family spreadsheet to see the Sims info of everyone. Because when I was looking around, people that said who were still alive weren't in the household, so I was slightly confused. Okay, but let's pull up the Sims here, and I want to give everyone outfits before we, make, the house. Why is my camera slightly turned? There we go. Before we, make the lot and stuff. So, let's start with the royals. Gonna go to manage household. Actually, before we do that, what is the cash sheet? I have to look it up. It's not free, it's full. Edit mode. Okay, so we're gonna go into the Howard family. Which is, if I'm correct, is the main royals. Yes, so King and the Queen and Emma. So we should have Mary, Erica, and Albert, which we do. But Mary has no traits, so it's a good thing we're here. Glimmy and music lover. Okay, let's give her Glimmy and music lover back. Okay, so let's give her, so she's currently the queen, I guess. That's fine. Let's make sure I have my custom content that I need. as well as where was, I don't want necessarily just custom content. Where is, I had all this stuff before, and I can't tell if it was like a mod. Okay, this is what they were wearing. I'll give her this. That's not bad looking. Although is green more her color? Or maybe red. Oh, I like the red. Yeah, I should probably download some royal clothing at some point. Okay, can she have a crown on her head? I was like, there should be a crown. Because she's technically the queen now, being that her older sister and her siblings, or her mother and father died. Okay. Okay, I just want to make sure everything looks good. Okay, she's done. Now let's go to Erica. They don't necessarily get the bright clothes. They get things like this, but that's okay. Okay. I don't know if she has any shoes on, but that's not really my problem. Okay, let's go. I want custom content. Custom content. I'm not really sure how else he's supposed to dress either, because he's just a child, but that's fine. Okay, Elbert, you're a slob. You love the outdoors, and you're a child of the village. Let's give them both child of the village, because technically they've like grown up being royalty and stuff. Okay, the royals are done. Awesome. Thank you. Good to get that done and over with. Okay, let's go to the Millers. Okay. And let's just do a double check on who the Millers are. So the Millers are peasants. So we had Edmund, Anne, they're the parents. Then we have Sarah, Griffin, Beatrice, and Catherine. Okay, so let's start with Anne. Okay. Okay. Let's do custom content. There we go. I was very confused. Okay, so she's a peasant. She wouldn't really have that nice of clothes. So I'm honestly gonna give her this. Let's give her blue. I don't remember what they had last time, but blue works. Okay. Just wanna make sure everything's good. I don't see why it wouldn't, because it would have removed everything, I would think, in the last update. What happened to his face? Okay. What happened to his hand is a better question. Okay. I said they're going with the blue theme, so he's done. Now for Sarah. This is very quick. It's just really tedious that we even have to do this. Okay. She looks so much like her mother. It's kind of cute. Does all of them have traits? Okay. Gotta give Miss Sarah some traits. Let's give her animal enthusiast and cheerful. Okay, I don't know what that laugh was. I don't even know if you can hear my laugh. No, of course it's not. Of course my Sims noise doesn't want to work. Okay, properties. Okay. What is this? No, I need down here. This is no. Okay. Again, he would be rocking some blue, but I might give him a different outfit than his father. He gives me hothead energy and loves the outdoors. Alright, now for little baby Catherine. How old are these supposed to be? Like, when is Catherine? That would explain it. Okay, I don't understand. Beatrice is supposed to be a child, so we're gonna fix that quickly. I don't know why half of this is broken, but it is, apparently. Okay, let's give Beatrice some clothes. She's actually supposed to be older than Catherine by a year, so that's quite interesting. Okay, so again, they're peasants. They really don't have a great clothing option. And let's give her some shoes. They probably have boots. Probably dark boots. There we go. Okay, so this is a Beatrice. Again, she's supposed to be older than her sister, so I'm slightly confused. Sure. And I want to fix her hair because she probably wouldn't have had time to do her edges. Okay. And now let's do Catherine, which again is supposed to be the baby. So it's a little weird that she wasn't, but again, they seem to be rocking like a blue theme. Okay, and she can have sandals. What her traits? Squeamish. Okay, that's fine. Those are okay traits. Okay. The Millers are done. Awesome. Okay, 2 of like our 5 families. Okay. Now for the Ashdown family. Who are the Ashdowns? The Ashdowns are merchants. So we have George, Emily, Andrew, Matthew, and Mabel. Mabel, yeah. Okay. So let's go to George. George, you wouldn't have a watch during this time, unfortunately. So they get a little bit of fancier outfits because they are merchants. Like, I would think this. Yeah. Okay, let's give them... That works. Okay. Then we have Emily. And... like I said, I think they would probably... no, that's kind of out there. I think they'd have some, like, nicer clothes. Yeah, like that. Okay, and then we have Andrew, who is, again, let me double check when these people are supposed to age up. Okay, they're good. He's not supposed to age up to a teen for like another year, so that's fine. He loves the outdoors and is outgoing. Okay, now for Matthew, I think there's a 2-year age difference. Okay. Just trying to like have a better idea in my head of like when these people are gonna age up and like when I should be prepared. You can be good and a perfectionist. And now for little Mabel. Okay. She can dress like her mother. She loves the outdoors and is cheerful. Okay, the Ashdowns are done. Not bad. Okay. Now we have the Bennett family. They are peasants. Fine. Fine, fine, fine. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so they're peasants. And then we have Isabel. I think we just aged them up, if I'm not mistaken. I like her 6-pack. And then we have Mary, who is their daughter. She can be creative. And enthusiast. Like the pink. It's cute. And I want her to have boots. There we go. Alright, the Bennetts are done. This is very, like, quick and simple. It's just very tedious, guys. Okay, that upper bit is done. So we have the Clarks, the Godfreys, the Bakers, and the Hughes. So let's do the Clarks. Okay. So let's start with John. Okay. John is the father, and this is Laura's father. So this is our main household's, like, extended family. And they are Duke and Duchess, so they would dress a little bit higher end. Okay, and then we have his wife Eleanor, I said. Then we have Alexander, the son. Okay, and then we have Laura, who is obviously Laura, and then we have Rose, her sister. Actually, I don't want lazy. Stoonie. Okay, and then we have Luke, the brother. Okay, and then we have little... Oh. Okay, being that... Okay, when do they age up into children? Of course I don't have it. Let's just do the math. They are toddlers for how long? Okay. Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Okay. 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 Sorry, I was just updating when these people's birthdays were, because apparently I didn't have it done. Durkey Burkey, Redeeming Hydrate, thank you so much. Okay, so Miss Haley is a child now. Okay, so let's do her. Rocking the sunglasses. Okay, let's... Okay. Okay. And then Justina is still a toddler, but literally for like another day. You sound like Perky. Okay, the Clark family is done. Okay, and then we have the Godfrey family. Which, the Godfreys are the lords and ladies of the land. Okay, so we have Roger Godfrey, who is the father. Okay. And again, like I said, they're the lords and ladies, so they dress somewhat fairly nice. And then we have his wife Lettuce died, so we have Alice, his daughter. Okay, she's actually really pretty. Okay. Yes, and they're the lords and ladies, and then David, her younger brother. Okay, Godfreys are done. So we have the Bakers and the Hughes family. Okay. So let's do the Bakers. And the Bakers took in the Steele children because both of their parents died. Okay. So we have Michael. Okay, you can't have a tattoo. I'm so sorry. Okay. And they are knights. And the Steeles were knights as well, so it all kind of works. We need better boots. Okay. And then we have his daughter, Margaret. And because they are somewhat more wealthy, she would have time to do her edges. Okay. Okay, and then we have the Steele brothers. So we have Martin. And then we have Philip. And Philip is the older one. Okay. When are they supposed to age up into? Oh, literally, like the next day. Okay. So the Godfrey... No. Sorry, the Baker / Steele family is now done. So we just have the Hugheses in terms of, like, extra families. And then we have our side households and stuff. Now, okay, so we have James the father. And this is who Elizabeth, she's married to their oldest son. And they are merchants. So... Okay. And then we have Lucy, his wife. My sunglasses girl. She's also very pretty. Okay. and then we have Thomas, who is obviously married to Elizabeth, and then we have Ellen. Okay. And then we have Nicholas, who, when does he age up? Soon. And then actually, the twins are supposed to be children. So we should fix that as well. Okay. My gosh, why does it always want to like assign evil? He can be neat, loves the outdoors, and is cheerful. Why not, right? Okay. Okay, so that's all of the extra families done in terms of giving them clothes. So now let's go to Chestnut and give our side households clothes. So this is Elizabeth and Thomas. So let's give Elizabeth some clothes. So she's technically a merchant now because she married a merchant's son, but she still is, you know, still has her roots of being a peasant. So let's do Thomas. Okay, and then they have their daughter Romaine. Romaine Lettuce. Okay. Okay. So that family is now done. Awesome, awesome. Okay, and then we have the Martins, which is Matilda and her family. Let me pull up my list of where we're at. Okay, so let's do here. And Jackson comes from like really far out. This was, I believe we had said, an arranged marriage. So none of them really benefited in any like land or anything. I don't know what her traits were, so we're just gonna give her new ones. Okay, and then we have Jackson, which we call Jack. Okay. And we'll also give him some other traits. And then they have their twins that were originally triplets. We have little Edward, which we didn't give outfits last time because we said we'd wait. Okay, so we have little Edward, and then we have Isaac. Poor Philip. Philip is forever in our hearts. We'll miss him very much. Okay, so they're done. Now on to the main household. So let's give them clothes and stuff first, and then we will go into building their house. So we have Simon, who is very hairy apparently. Okay. I have no idea what he wears, but that's fine. And then we have Miss Laura, who at the time of this, she hasn't had Charles yet, as you can tell. But we already know he's been born, things like that. It was just, I had to like go back to a really like previous save file. So we have Mr. Bartholomew, who is a toddler. And I will give him some nice traits for us to use so it's easier. He doesn't look the same as what he once did, but trust me, he's still the same guy. And then we have little Miss Sarah. And Sarah died, but you guys are telling me to bring back Mabel. And I'm not opposed because I feel like we need a girl. But on the same hand, I don't know. Because, like, she died. What do you guys think? Do you think we should bring back Mabel? I need your opinion. Should we bring back Mabel? Or let her stay dead and, you know, we'll do what we can. Kind of thing. It will be what it will be. We can try from our children kind of thing. What do you guys think? Because honestly, like, I'm fine with it, but on the one hand, like, I kind of want to play, you know, realistic, but it's also my save, so I can kind of do whatever. Well, regardless, we don't have Sarah in the game, but let's deal with Gilbert at the moment, and he is still very much an infant. Okay. Yeah. We'll come back to determine if we have Mabel make a return or not. But let's save since they all have clothes again. And let's make their house. Now, I had to, like I said, I had to delete all the plants, absolutely everything, which is kind of a pain, but it had to be done. So, I guess we have a fresh start. Which is fine, because I didn't necessarily love the old house that we had. The kids didn't have their own bedrooms, and yeah, so I kind of want to restart that. So I kind of want to have the kitchen and dining room at the front like we once had. And then what I want, I think, is let's do it like this. Okay. And this can be like the children, like the younger children's bedroom. Okay, and let's remove the wall. Okay. Yeah, so this can be the younger children's bedrooms. This is like the front area. Honestly, I think let's make a bathroom. And this can be like their front door. Over here we can have, like I said, the front of the house. because Laura would have brought some money. So we're doing some upgrades. This is like the kitchen and dining room. And then let's have like a bit of a hallway. This can be the older kids' room, and this can be the parents' room. This can be like the nursery kind of thing. And this is, let's make that slightly smaller. This can be like a sitting area room. Okay. And then we don't need the upstairs. So let's roof this. Let's put that down. And then let's do this. Okay, and let's do an overhang. Let me click on you, please. Okay. That's perfectly fine. Let's make that a little bit pointier. Why not? Why not? Yes, they have. It says eco, but I consider it. Oh, no, I want this one. Okay. And then let's do that to match, even if it's not like realistic. Okay. Actually, is there a different color? Does that match better? Kind of. Okay. And then let's give them some stone walls, because that's what they would have had. I don't want to change it up. I like these ones. Sorry, I had to sneeze. Okay. Okay. That's a pretty good house compared to like what we used to have. I like it a lot, actually. Okay, so then let's give them a door. I think I want to like change things up. So let's do this door. Because like I said, they have a little bit more money. And at the time when they, you know, their house burned down or whatever we're gonna claim it was, they did have a little bit of money. So okay, let's do some windows. I know it's weird that that's a bathroom, but frankly at the time I don't think it would have mattered. Okay, so then we got the kids' rooms. Lots of windows. We want some natural light compared to what they had before because they didn't have any before. A little nursery. Okay, that is so much better, I think. Again, the house doesn't look great, but like it wouldn't at the time either, so it is what it is. It doesn't look awful, let's just say that. Okay, so let's go to our flooring, and again they have dirt floors because they were really poor. So that's fine. Okay, let's go to walls. I think they would have had like stone and stuff still inside. But I don't know. I can't remember what we had last time. Or did they just have dirt? I think maybe they just had dirt. Those are the vibes I'm getting. It's all coming back to me. It's all coming back. Okay. Let's do candle. Because we need light. I think there's one in here that kind of resembles this one. Yeah. This can be in the main rooms. But the other rooms would have had candles and stuff. Okay. So let's go to here. And let's, can I not search for that? I want filter items by custom content. Okay. Of course I like can't see half of it. Okay. Okay, well let's do the counters. And I think I want a darker wood. Not that. Okay, that's fine. I mean, it looks the same as the... Okay, that's kind of more of what I want. Okay. Okay, let's go to kitchen, refrigerator. Okay, don't necessarily just need custom content. Where's the icebox? We can do that one. Sure, and then let's get a stove. This one is good. Or do I want one of those? No, that one's fine. Okay. Then we need a sink. This is the one that we use, and let's put it over here. Okay, that's really annoying me. I hate the thing. Okay. So I'll put the sink over there. We need a doorway. But I want it to just be an arch. Like, that works. Although, I don't necessarily like that. This one's fine, the rustic one, because it matches. Okay. And then we can have one into there. Okay. So let's put a table, because I don't believe there's anything else that we really need in there. Is there a bigger one? Let's just do this small one. There we go. Then we need some chairs. Honestly, I like this little stool. I didn't use that before, but it kind of works a little bit better. I think we had like actual chairs last time, so works for me. Works for me. Okay. Alright, so this is a cute little kitchen. Honestly, it's nicer than what we had last time, I feel. But was there... Oh, that's a really big table. I just want this little one that I can put, like, a light on. What? Like, a candle. Smile, what are you trying to say? You want a candle. Okay. Let's do that. Again, it doesn't have to be super bright. It's just an entrance. It is what it is. Now we need doors. And I think we used these last time. Okay. So let's put it over here. Okay. And then we can do one here. One there. And we have the bathroom, which I think I want them to... Hold on. Let's do this. And let's slightly move this over. And then let's grab the door. Hello? Okay. There we go. That's fine. Cute. Okay. So like I said, this is kind of a little seating area. In here, in our little seating area last time, we had a fireplace. Which is fine. We can have that again. Totally fits right there. It's very cute in my opinion. I really like it. And then last time I just had them sit on some straw. Feels a little harsh. I feel like they'd have money now. What kind of couch though? I don't know. Okay. No. Maybe they can still have this. Yeah. It's probably what they would have. Because I don't know if they'd have anything else. Like I said, they're not very wealthy. But they did have some toys. That were just out and about. Because this was like the toy room. They also had some cross-stitching stuff that we can put in the corner. It was like an activity for Laura. She also, we can probably put it in her room. Okay. So let's focus on, I guess, the bathroom at the moment. So we can do a tub. That over here. And then for toilet we had this, but I kind of want to try this one. And then we did have a shower as well. So we can have this shower. That's not bad. Okay, and then let's do this in the corner so we can have a light. Cute, cute. Just a very simple bathroom. They don't need anything extravagant. Okay. I don't like that these are all different swatches though. Okay, that's kind of more neutral. Okay. So let's do Simon and Laura's bedroom, I guess. I think I gave them this bed. Let's give them this. They're getting upgrades today. Upgrades, people. Upgrades. Okay. That was from what pack? Horse Ranch. Let's do this. Sorry, it doesn't... I need to see if it matches. Okay. Let's do this one. It's dirty, it kind of works. Okay. And then we have a dresser. I also think I said this is a nursery, but it would just be one big room. Okay, we can put that there. And let's do baby. No, okay, that's fine. If you don't want to come out when I'm looking for you. Do I have one downloaded? I do. I was like, I'm pretty sure I have one. This would be a little bit fancier than probably what they would normally have at this time, but that's okay. All right, so we just need the one. We don't need anything more. And then they had a mirror. Although, yeah, this is the one that I give them. Don't like how big it is, but that's fine. Let's actually face that the other way. Okay. So we have that, and then she paints in her spare time, so let's add that. Okay, and they can have a nice light because it's their bedroom. Okay, so theirs is done. We don't have any older kids at the moment, so that room's just kind of chilling. Let's get some infant beds. Okay, and then supposedly this rocking horse works, although I could never get it to work. Okay, then let's do toys. So I said they had a bear, although isn't huge like that. We got this changing table. Even though, I guess we do have an infant. What am I talking about? Of course we have an infant. Let's put 2. Okay. Let's actually like just put this out there. Why not? If they're gonna use it, they can use it up there. Okay, let's put this, and then I believe they also let's size that down. Okay, we have that, and then I need a table. Okay. I don't think they have any other toys that they really play with. Not that I remember, at least. Not that I see. I know the kids outside, or like they have toys outside. Oh, yes, we need the old post. Okay. I know that they have a swing set that they play with. They also have monkey bars. that's it that they have. They also have the, oh yeah. Okay, let's place these over here. Okay, so we have that. We have the swing, which can be darker brown. And then this. So they have some toys to play with. I'm actually gonna put this over here this time. Okay, so let's, okay. Then we have a cow, which I think this time I'm gonna put near the back. We also have chickens. And I'm going to fence in the area. I'm just gonna do one big fence, so it's easier. Okay, so that works. So we'll get, I wanna get 2 chicken coops. Actually, no, we only need 1. Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay, and then let's do some landscaping work. We got big oak tree. Let's put this over here this time. We also need to get a pond. I think I kind of want the pond to be over here. That's fine. That works. So we have the pond, which is all good, all good. Okay. Let's get some more. What other trees can I put in there? Get some cypress. No. Birch trees. So you got some trees. Okay. And then we have to do all new plants. So we're gonna have to rebuild that up, which kind of sucks. I'm gonna drop a bunch of seed packs for them to use. To kind of get started, and then we'll just have to have them go foraging and stuff again. Okay. That's good. I don't think there's anything else that... Oh, we need archery. I should have it downloaded, but I don't see it. Maybe it didn't download properly. Let's do custom content. Oh, it did. I was like, it should have. Okay. So we can do that there. And then we have the blacksmith as well, which I can put over here. And they don't do laundry, because that was a pain. I think that's all we need. Like, there's nothing else that we really need. They'll eventually do landscaping when they get some more money and stuff, but they're gonna have to build their way back up, which is okay. Guys, I really, really like this house compared to our other one. It looks really good. I love it. Okay. Let's save so we don't lose it again, because that would be unfortunate. Okay, let's go back to manage world. Okay. Because I don't think there's anything else that we had to do in this stream. Like, I think we got everything done that we need to do. Just looking at my things. We need Charles to be born, but other than that, I think we are all caught up with where we were last time, which is all good, because that was a struggle that I never want to deal with again, because that was, oh, Cameron, don't do it to me now. That is a struggle I never want to deal with again. But with that, oh my gosh. Okay. With that being said, I do think I'm going to end stream here. I do hope you guys enjoyed, you know, watching me fix the mess that, you know, The Sims itself caused. But it is what it is. We'll be back on Wednesday to actually play the Decades Challenge. So that's fun and exciting. With that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful day, evening, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. And I will see you guys